What's up? It's Wednesday and we got a golf tournament that has like real golfers and shit at it. I'm excited. The big guy's excited. A lot of new stuff to tell you about. I'm gonna try to blend it in throughout the show so you don't get like a 5-minute intro because you lose your audience in the first minute. I've been watching my YouTube videos. I know this shit now. I know it all. All right, couple things. First of all, what's up, new guy? I can't believe you're just now finding me in the swing season of golf, but literally like 5 or 10 of you find me every week. It's amazing how you didn't find me when, normal golf was here. But hey, I'm glad you're here, new guy. Welcome, brother. I'm the Degenerate 75. I'm a high-limit DFS player that knows a thing or two about DFS, specifically football and golf, and I'm here to help you not suck so bad at it because if you don't know, it's hard. Couple things you need to know about me is you see this big ass wheel. We're gonna do a big giveaway at the end of the show. No, I'm not gonna do it now, you motherfather, because then you'll leave. Okay, then you'll leave. I gotta make you stay because you might like the cut of my jib, and then you might want to hang around even more often. So we'll be doing that later on. I'll tell you more about that then. The other big news, because it's the off season. It's the off season, so I want y'all to know in 2023 I will take over golf content. I will be the DFS golf content guy, and so I need to spend these next couple months experimenting with some new things. Right? We're doing it tonight. We're gonna start it tonight. Right? This is what we're gonna do. You see this right up here above my head? Yeah, that's the fuck counter. Right there. Every time I say fuck, another dollar goes in there, right? I got to quit saying fuck so much because people are getting mad at me and my mom's disappointed. So every time that goes up, another dollar in the bank. What's going to happen at the end is somebody who is here in this chat with me. You got to be you got to be here for the live stream. You get to play me in a head-to-head to win all the money that's in the fuck counter. Look at that. We already got $4 in there. And you know the big guy likes to drop an F-bomb or 50. All right, so there you go. Let's get going. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about, as always, you're probably thinking it's the other one, but no, we're gonna. I think football's got me mixing shit up now. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about contest selection. Let's just dive into it. First of all, fuck you, DraftKings. Okay, because you screwed up these tournaments with basketball being back and all this. They had such a chance. There was such interest last week. The contest completely filled, even though the tournament went off 12 hours earlier than normal. And the contests were bigger last week. They bumped the $5 up to $125,000. It's like, great. It's going to be $150,000 this week. It'll just keep growing. They realize that people love swing season golf. But DraftKings says, no. How about we don't fucking do that because we're some fucking slapdicks. Okay? And now we're stuck with lesser contests than we had last week, even though they easily filled. And the $5 has already filled, and the secondary is getting filled up right now. Good fucking job, DraftKings, as always. So, by the way, this is not the whole point of this was to help me not cuss so much. It's not working. It's not working, Bob. So, it's disappointing. The big $5 already gone. So if you didn't get in it, it was $25,000 to first, $100,000 prize pool. So that's 25%. Don't love it. Of course, the $20 still open because it sucks. As you can see, a third of the money goes to first. Garbage. The $888, the Snowman, one of my favorite contests, a third of the money to first. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. You can never go wrong with the $200 single entry, but I know that's a little too rich for a lot of people's blood, but these are the kind of tournaments you want to play in. If you can't afford that one, go check out the $15 single entry, or the $5 single entry, the $12 single entry, the $33 single entry. Find something that suits your bankroll and play it, right? And I would tell you to go get in the 20 maxes and stuff like that, but Jesus, I think they're already full too. So good job, DraftKings. Way to not know your audience, like always. Here I am trying to pump your product and get more people to get excited about your product, and you can't even place tournaments that reflect our excitement. Oh, God. Whatever. All right, so there's your contest selection. Not a lot new there. Basically just wanted to take some time to shit on DraftKings, which, by the way, I can say shit. Notice the counter didn't go up. Counter didn't go up for that word. All right. Hey, seeing it's the off season, I'm trying to become the king of golf content in 2023. Another experiment I'm doing. Are you ready for this one? Are you ready? In this one, what we're going to do is it's a free contest. All you got to do is go hop in it. You can see it says free right there, right? Free contest by Modest Mouse. There's 200 spots. You hop in there. The winner, if you win the tournament, I already do this with my Discord, but now I'm going to do it for just the regular YouTube people, which, by the way, the Discord people can also hop in this one. Double your chances, you motherfathers. And if you win this tournament, you get to make a free $20 ticket with me the next week. I would call it the Millionaire Maker, but we know there's not going to be any Millionaire Makers at golf probably until the Players, right? So, yeah, it's a free $20 ticket on me in the main contest, even if it's that stupid shitty payout, okay? So all you got to do is win. It's a free entry. I don't want to hear anything. There's no reason for you not playing this. It's in the description of the video. Go hop in there. Get in there. It's free. If you get second place, because I know if there's 200 people in there and you get second place, you're going to be kind of defeated. You get a free month on the Discord on me. If you're already on the Discord, you don't get shit. Sorry. All right, you get a $5 ticket if you get second, if you're already on the Discord. I just made that up on the spot. All right, so there. That's my 2 new things. I got the fuck counter, okay? And then I've got this new contest that is completely free to join. First place is a $20 ticket on me that you get to make with me that I will split with you 50-50. And literally, me and the Millionaire Maker at football, we had a real sweat this last weekend. I thought I was about to be PayPaling my fucking house away. All right. Man, this is important to see how much I cuss. Okay. Hey, new guy. Welcome, buddy. I got a question for you. I know we already talked about contest selection, but now it's time to talk about strategy for tomorrow. For the CJ Cup. What's the first thing we check, new guy? What is it? What's the first thing we check? Yeah, you're not new. You already knew the answer. That's right. It's weather. Specifically wind. You know, we always talk about wind, and wind is the most important thing at weather, but I'm about to come at you a little bit different. So if you don't know, I'm looking at the Palmetto Bluff wind tower out in nowhere, South Carolina. I'm telling you, when I say this place is in nowhere, I mean this place is in nowhere. Okay, it's like out there, and like to find a wind tower or whatever they use to measure it anywhere close, not easy, Bob. I think this one's like 50 miles away. So, anyways, here we go. How does the weather look? Immaculate. That would be the word, immaculate. Look at this. I mean, when I say no wind, I mean like 1 mile an hour wind. That's it. That's all there's going to be, right? So, and then you think, oh, but it's going to be blistering on Friday as it gets up to 7 or 8. Whoa. I mean, these winds aren't going to affect professional golfers at all. I will tell you this. This course is going to play harder than people think. This is what I already thought, and I have some boots on the ground. I got some inside sources who have told me this course is going to play tough, is going to play firm, fast, and these greens are going to be like putting on glass. Plus, we've already seen this course played once before, and they didn't exactly tear it up, did they? Now you factor in it's a little later in the year, it's a little colder, it's a little firmer, a little faster, and the greens are going to putt. Last time I think they were around 12 on the stimp. This time they're going to be almost 14 on the stimp. I'm telling you, man, these rounds could get away. You're going to wake up tomorrow, check your lineups, and you're already going to see one of your guys is like 5 over through 3. You're like, I hate this. And you're going to realize, oh, wait, that's an average round today. So then you'll just need to pump the brakes. So what are we taking away from this? Well, first of all, it doesn't seem as though wind is going to play a factor in this. So you're probably, new guy, thinking, that's it. I'm good. There's no wind this week. I bought. It's not that easy, new guy. There's a little bit more nuance to weather than just wind, right? There's more than just wind that can affect how these guys play. And we're adults, so we check more than one site. Let's go over to the Weather Channel. I was watching House of the Dragon. The one lady that can, the one girl who can see the future, she said the Weather Channel does weather. I was like, what the hell does that mean? What are you talking about, girl? The one married to her brother, which on that show is very normal. Okay, so here you go. The weather. Look, we're here on the Weather Channel. 1 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour. Oh, it gets up to 4. So you're thinking to yourself, so why do I got to look at this? There's no wind. So what are you talking about? Chill the fuck out, new guy. All right. All right. I think I blew a snot rocket there. I made myself laugh so hard. Okay. And then you see on Friday, you see the same thing, like no wind. It gets up to 3 miles an hour? So there's nothing to see here, right? Au contraire, my friend. You have got to look at this weather, man. Look, when Aaron Wise is in the first group tomorrow, when he tees off at 8:15 a.m. slapdick time zone, because they're out on the East Coast, it's going to be balls cold. Balls cold. And if you don't know, golf is a hard sport, and when it's cold, it's even harder. Okay, and it doesn't really warm up to what I would even call reasonable scoring conditions until like 11 a.m. So tomorrow, if you're targeting guys that are in the very first groups going out, just know that they are going to have the toughest scoring conditions of anybody out on the course all day. Aaron Wise will play over half of his round in very tough scoring conditions. It's already a tough course. Now he's going to have the toughest scoring conditions. Now, does that mean you should fade Aaron Wise for the week? No, because if you don't understand, whatever they get on Thursday, they usually get the flip of on Friday, right? But this isn't a traditional tournament. It's only a 78-person no-cut event, so we don't have true morning and afternoon waves. What they're doing is they're putting everybody off in threes going off the first tee for 5 straight hours. So we kind of have like almost a mixture. It's like we do have morning guys and afternoon guys, but they're not in the traditional sense where you have that 2.5 hour gap where you got to let the guys play the other 9 so they can get off the course and let the next wave start, right? So it's a hybrid almost how they're playing it. And so when we talk about there being a wave edge, there is a wave edge, but probably not in the way you're thinking. And I'm not even going to explain it to you. I'm leaving that for the Discord. I already promised them I'd shut the fuck up about it. But I do think that there is a weather edge for the week long if you know how to do it, if you know how to play it right. Because look, let me just go ahead and put this up here so you can see it, right? You can see you got these guys going off. Like Aaron Wise goes off at 8:15 tomorrow, right? His group, him, Bez, and Hyung Sung Kim. But then they turn around on Friday and they get to go off at 11, which is the good time, right? That's right around when it starts to warm up. So you would think, oh, well, they'll be fine on Friday. Yes, but they're going to be playing a lot of their round in the poor conditions on Thursday. So I think that there is a weather edge if you know how to find the guys that are going to be in the shittiest times the least. Okay, that's what I'll tell you. I do think there's a weather edge. And tomorrow, if you were playing Showdown round 1 and you're playing anybody that goes off probably 10 a.m. or earlier, like I think that's dumb. I think that's a very negative EV play because even if they're just playing 6 of their holes in tougher conditions before it warms up and the course softens up just a little bit and the ball starts flying a normal distance that it does in regular weather, then that's like a third of your round you've already given away of that guy not being in ideal scoring conditions. And when the course is super tough, you don't need your guy even playing 1 hole not in super scoring conditions. So basically be looking 11 o'clock or later for Showdown tomorrow. I don't think you need to play the guys at the end of the day because basically the rounds from 11 to 1 are about the same weather. They're going to be in the 60s all day with no wind. So I think that anybody that goes out after 11 is probably going to have the best chance of scoring well on this course. And by the way, a good chance of scoring good on this course tomorrow could literally be like -3, could be a nuts day, right? Because I think it is going to play tough just on all the things I've already told you. Okay, that's the weather. It's going to be one of those weeks we don't worry about the wind. We worry about the heat and the lack of it. And as you can see, both days, it does not get even reasonably warm until 11 o'clock. Even reasonably warm. That's my take. You don't got to agree with it. Matter of fact, I hope you don't agree with it and you just completely ignore this part because that's bigger edge for me. You got picks. I'm playing the game, you motherfather. Hey, did you know this is my YouTube channel right here? Almost to 1,700. Look at that. 1.66K. Hey, help me get to 1,700, you motherfather. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a like, a subscribe. Maybe turn on the little notifications. It really helps the channel grow. No ads on here. So all I ask is for a sub and a like in return. All right, let's get to what keeps the people coming back. It's ownership. If you don't know, I do ownership every week for my Discord. I spend way too much time on it. I'm a sweaty bastard that doesn't have a lot of time and or friends. So it works out well for me that I don't get to do anything on Wednesday besides crunch numbers. And so we have been tracking this over, probably about 9 or 10 weeks now. I got some guys on the Discord that do it for me, and you can just see there's the numbers. Objectively, like how close are my ownership projections to what they really are in the big $20 and what all the other big leaders in the industry, what they are, right? And I'm not going to shit on anybody else. I put this chart on Twitter all the time, but for all you YouTube people, maybe you haven't seen it, you can see within 3%, shooting a cool 92%, nothing wrong with that, and within 2%, 85%. So, pretty good. There's one other guy on there, shares my number, and he's kind of a smart badass, and he's right there with me, which no shame in that, because if I'm equal with that dude, I got no problem with that. He real smart. Some of the other ones on there, I'll leave my comments to myself. I'll leave my thoughts to myself, I guess I should say. All right, so let's get to ownership. All right, it is time for everybody's favorite, the Chalk Report. First of all, I'm only giving you the top 8 ownership this week. I do all of the whole thing over for the Discord. I posted over there, all 78 players with a report on every player that I think is, whatever level of chalk they are. And here are our top 8 players. This is still based off the rough draft. After this is over, I go do my final draft and edit everything and make a video. But for right now, we're going to use this rough draft. It gives us a pretty good idea of where ownership is landing this week. So, who is highly owned? Well, no surprise. Coming in at number 1 by a country mile, and we've seen this now 3 of the last 4 weeks where the guy who is the highest owned kind of gets steamed up the day before and pushes up even higher than we think. I think one of the weeks it was Rory. I think it was Rory, it was Burns, and it was Cantlay. We've seen this where they're already popular as the most expensive guy, and then Wednesday rolls around, they just keep catching steam. It would not surprise me if Rory McIlroy gets over 30% tomorrow. I could just see it happening. People, there is a narrative in this community, because if you don't know, in the swing season, people are lazy as fuck, and all they want to do is listen to their touts. And if their touts say, "Oh, it's just look at that. See, I gotta this. I'm already screwing up. Well, now we gotta go back. I forgot you gotta have the little thing over here. We're still working it out. All right. This is why we're running it in the swing season. All right. So the touts are gonna tell them, hey, Rory's the play, and they're gonna be like, well, I didn't do no work, so I guess I'm gonna go play me some Rory, and that's just what everybody does. So these guys end up getting steamed up if one tout site or two tout sites push them. I don't know. I'm not on any tout site, so I don't really know what they're pushing, but there is a chance he's going to catch some steam. And regardless, even if he just stays at 28%, Rory, I hate to say it, he's Donkey Chalk! Donkey Chalk! You like those sound effects? We're busting out all the new shit tonight, you motherfather. We're busting it all out. All right, so Rory is Donkey Chalk. There's no way I'm playing Rory at 28% when I can just drop down a couple bucks and play guys that are legit going to be coming in close to half his ownership. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. You get out of here. And so I did. So bad at this. You can tell we got a ways to go. We got to look. Rory's price just disappeared. There we go. He's back. All right, Jon Rahm coming in at 22% is the third highest player, but part of that has to be attributed to the fact that he's just the second highest player, and people are going to tend to want to use all their salary because that's what people do at DFS. So because there is Rory right next to him, I can't really call him Donkey Chalk, so I'm going to call him Chalk, right? Like, that's a little too high, but I get it. If you want to play Jon Rahm, you play Jon Rahm. And hey, new guy, look at me. If you see me put somebody's Donkey Chalk on here, that doesn't mean you can't play him. I played Tom Kim the time that he started. What contest was that where he started with a quad and won it? He was Donkey Chalk like a mofo that week, and I still played him, and I don't regret it for one bit. So if you love somebody and you are convinced they are a play, don't get off them just because I call them Donkey Chalk. But they're still Donkey Chalk. It's still when Tom Kim won, he was Donkey Chalk that week. It doesn't change it. I just played Donkey Chalk that week. Okay, even I will play some Donkey Chalk. All right. This one is tough for me, right? This one's really tough. Max Homa is at 19%. I currently have him as the third highest owned guy, and he is noticeably higher than the guys around him. So I'm really torn on this one. Can I just be a huge bitch? And just say, can I just do orange? Can I just say he's not quite Chalk, but he's not quite Donkey Chalk? He's somewhere in between. He's like a level 4. I don't know. I really like Max Homa at this course, and at 9,100, he is, 5 to 7 points higher than most of the guys around him. But man, it's not like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being kind of a bitch right now. All right, fine. No being a bitch on my own show. He's Donkey Chalk. He is Donkey Chalk. I gotta remember that you can tell what my hotkey is, right? By that. All right, let's get back. Okay. I'm a hot mess with this. Just deal with it. Oh, there we go. He's back. All right, Scotty Scheffler at 10-4. I think that's more than acceptable chalk. Yes, he looks like he's highly owned, but it's not really that bad relative to where he's at. I actually think he's a really nice pivot off of Rory and Jon Rahm. That's my opinion, Bob. So he is chalky because a lot of people are going to own him, but he is not the classical type of chalk. So I call that okay chalk. New guy. All right, Victor Hovland. I don't get it. I don't know why Victor Hovland has any steam. I'm pumped to fade 18% owned Victor Hovland. I would call him Donkey Chalk, but there's just too many other players close to his ownership to really justify it. So I'm not gonna. Plus, if he's 18 and Homa's, honestly, I'm all over the place. You can tell I come in with zero preparation. I'm switching Homa to Chalk. I don't like it. No, you know what? Just because it's my show, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm making him chalk. We're making up a new category right now. I did it again. What am I? I'm a hot mess. Hey, editor, we got to get this figured out, bro. I'm a hot mess with this. I ordered one of those things where you just push the buttons. Right now, all we got is on the keyboard. I know. Hey, what do you want from me? It's October. I don't even have my numbers up, but I can't imagine there's probably more than 100 people in here watching. So this is what you get. Because whenever, March rolls around, I have 500 people watching me. I need to be polished up. So you guys are getting my rough draft. Deal with it. Okay. By the way, great, you probably think I've been drinking. I'm only Topo Chicoing it up tonight. This is just regular Degenerate 75. Okay. Aaron Wise, this is probably the most egregious Donkey Chalk of the week. He is so gross. I think Aaron Wise deserves a double donkey. He deserves a double donkey. All right, Aaron Wise, 18%. So much more expensive than all the other guys around him. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, I do get it. He was the first guy I clicked this week. I loved Aaron Wise. But now that I see that he might be on the cold conditions tomorrow, now that I see he's 18%, there's literally guys right next to him at 6%, all I will say is get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not playing him. All right, someone's about to make some bank tonight, by the way. All right, where did we go? Look at this. I'm just abusing my screen here. I can't wait to get my hotkeys. All right, Justin Thomas, 17.2%. He looks like he's high, but he's not. He's just a guy that's over 10,000. He's naturally going to get ownership in a no-cut event because it's so easy to spend all your money because you can go play punts this week, right? You can go play $6,200 Gary Woodland or 63, whatever he is, and not have to worry about him missing the cut, which is a very real concern with Gary. Shane Lowry, 17%. He's too good of a player to be where he's at, but he's not so high that I got to call him donkey chalk. But he is pretty chalk, right? These last two, Keith Mitch or Tom Hoagie is really, really close to donkey chalk, but I'm not going to put him there. But my last big donkey chalk play, that's right, I said donkey chalk. His name's Keith Mitchell. I got him coming in at 14%. And I bet that number grows when I do my final ownership tonight. And 14% Keith Mitchell when there's literally like 7 guys around him at 4%. Not a chance. Not a chance I'm playing Keith Mitchell. And don't get it wrong. When I went and made my initial first fields lineup, it had Wise, and it had Mitchell, and it had Rory. And you know how many it has now? None of those guys. Because I don't play donkey chalk. Okay, I don't usually play donkey chalk. I do kind of like Rory. I do. He's such a champion. So there you go. That's the chalk breakdown. If you want more, I'll have it all over on the Discord, right? Hey, we've been tracking donkey chalk, right? As you can see, week 1, it didn't do so well. Week 3 and week 4, it really bounced back. And then week 5 had a pretty average week. So if you want to kind of know how it's doing, well, you can see for the primary guy, which this week is probably going to be Rory. We always make the primary the most expensive. We do 3 of them. The most expensive, the middle expensive, and the least expensive. And then do a primary pivot, which is just a guy right directly around him who is roughly half the ownership. And then I do like a crazy pump pivot that's usually like 1/3 the ownership, right? And you can see with the top price guys, whether that's been Burns or M or whoever, the donkey chalk guy is just whooping that ass. The pivots are hardly ever beating the donkey chalk on the high end so far. We're 4 weeks in, and literally they have 1 win to show so far. So not good. So the chalk up high has been smashing, like crazy smashing. But when you get down and look at some of these other chalk guys, you can see that the pivots are actually smashing them, right? Like 75%, 50%, 50%. You know, even if the chalk and the pivots are breaking even, that's still a huge win for the pivots because look at these average ownerships, right? We're talking here for this donkey chalk number 2, 18%, whereas pivot number 2 is only 8.65%. So literally that's like what? That's 44% of the ownership of him, right? That's 1.1 over 2.25. That's a lot. That's a huge difference. And you're breaking even with him. So that means you're literally more than twice the leverage of that if you're breaking even with him half the time. Same thing down here. Average ownership for donkey chalk number 3 is 15%. Pivot number 2, the real pump pivot, is only 6% ownership, and they're beating him 50% of the time. That's real telling. Now, it's awfully early. We only have 4 weeks of data, but we're going to track this for a full year. I'll be very transparent about it. If the donkey chalk hits, I want to know this stuff. I want to know if it hits more than, let's say it's a 2-to-1 ratio, and that is less than the ownership. Well, then maybe the answer is I need to play more chalk. I want to learn this stuff too, but I have a feeling I know what it's going to be. We'll have to see, though. We have all our cumulative points here too. You can see the donkey chalk is definitely winning, but what we really have to analyze is, are they winning enough to justify the extra ownership that you're eating? That's the real question that we're going to have to answer. And time will allow us to look at that, right? Speaking of which, a lot of the guys that are helping me with all this stuff are over on my Discord. If you don't know, my Discord is connected through my Patreon. The reason I don't have ads on here, the reason I can afford all this fancy shit, the reason that I have an editor who puts all this shit together for me, and the reason that the production quality on this doesn't look like it comes from a third world fucking country is because of my badass patrons. If you don't know, I got a whole bunch of them, and I just want to give them all a shout out. Look at all these people. Look at all of them. Thank you to every one of you for, honestly helping it grow. And I do a lot of more stuff for them than I do for you, YouTube guy. But you're always welcome to come join. It's right here. It's connected down in the description. We got football, we got golf, and we have an all access where you can just get it all. And my dude John Gold JD helps me. He does the low words work. He's much nicer than me. All right, let's keep it flowing here. We're going to go look at the model. We're going to look at the model. All right, we do have a little bit of data to go off here. Some things I looked at. I was pretty particular about what I wanted. I didn't want to dive into specifics, right? I didn't want to look at I want to look at par fours from 400 to 450. Because first of all, the holes on this course are all kinds of different lengths, right? I didn't really care about, I care about par 5 scoring. Like, there's 3 par 5s, but they're super long par 5s. Basically, they're like really short par 3s because your second shot is going to have you about 100 yards out. So it's going to be a wedge shot in, right? So I didn't really care about stuff like that. What I looked at is I really focused. And I'm not a big off the tee guy, but off the tee was super important to me this week. Weighted it super heavily, and I looked at good drives, consisting for 30%. I also noticed around the greens is super important. Talking to my guy down on the looking at old stats and my guy that's out on the course, around the green is going to be super important this week. So that, a guy that may not have the length but is just immaculate around the greens is going to be good. And with so many of their shots coming from 200 plus yards, which is also a stat I looked at, there's going to be a lot of scrambling. They're just not going to have tons of greens in regulation here, right? Probably going to be around, probably 60% or lower. So if you can't scramble around here, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, Bob. Whole lot of trouble. Looked at Bermuda putting. Looked at firm and fast courses because I want to know guys who play firm and fast. It's a different type of golf, and I want to know guys who do well in that. And then I just kind of generically, the least important, just looked at recent ball striking and recent approach because, guys with good irons tend to perform well, right? And what a surprise! What a surprise! Rory McIlroy's number 1 in my model. Gotta play him. I mean, I challenge you to this new guy. Go make a model where Rory's not number 1, right? I mean, unless it's just like a putting contest. Like, Rory's almost always going to be number 1 in the model. But what I really will tell you is long, hard courses. Notice how I called it long and hard? Nice. Rory is number 1. That's what I really like. That's what makes me want to play Rory this week is, yeah, he's really good. He's a really good golfer, yes. And he's even starting to become not the fucking loser that he used to be, right? And so, I'm warm to Rory. I am now. If he's going to be 30%, I don't know. I don't know if I can eat a donkey chalk Rory. I don't know if I can do it. So that's what I'm taking away from it. Scotty Scheffler, number 2 in the model. I think we forget that Scotty Scheffler has been really good. Like, I thought that he had that hot route, and then he just kind of died off. But don't forget, he finished 3rd at the BMW and 2nd in the Tour Championship, ball striking the hell out of it. I don't think Scotty's done. I'm very comfortable pivoting to Scotty if nobody wants to play him. Same thing with Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas is I feel like he is Morikawa if Morikawa wasn't a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, Thomas has a little bit of mean and grind to him, right? Yes, he also is immaculate with his irons and can also be a hot mess, just like Morikawa. But he doesn't get intimidated when the conditions aren't just like absolutely perfect, and he will go out there and fight and try to get it for you. So I'm very warm to Thomas. I have a sneaking suspicion Fitzpatrick's going to catch some steam tonight as people realize that this course is going to be long, tough, and hard. And I'm pretty sure Matthew Fitzpatrick just won the U.S. Open and is noted for not being a bitch at courses like this. So I get the Matthew Fitzpatrick. Guys like Sungjae Im concern me a little bit. I don't want guys that played Shriners, then Japan, and now they're back over here. I mean, that's a lot of travel in just 10 days, right? I don't care how young you are. Jet lag's a real thing. And it's not like Sungjae tore it up at the Zozo, right? Like, he was pretty pedestrian. He was part of that donkey chalk that kind of failed, right? So, it seems like a lot of people in this range are really wanting to get on Hovland and Homa, which is going to leave people like Morikawa, Hideki are going to be criminally underowned. Tom Kim and Jordan Spieth are both going to have some ownership, but I don't think anything too disgusting. Cam Young, I think, pissed off a lot of people last week. If you're not worried about the travel, I think he's a tremendous bounce-back candidate with his off-the-tee game. Tyrrell Hatton, Keegan Bradley will be completely forgotten about. People are not going to want to play him. And don't forget, Tyrrell Hatton was he had like 1 million birdies last week. He just kept having triples and quads and stuff. By the way, get your questions over there in the chat. I'm going to answer questions after this. I forgot to tell you all that. Taylor Montgomery, he's still that shiny new toy. I'm not convinced that Taylor Montgomery is, he comes from the Korn Ferry Tour where they can tear up easy courses, but can he play a long, difficult, fast, and firm course well? I haven't seen that yet, and I don't know if I want to play a semi-chalky guy that I haven't seen that from. This is the real forgotten about range here. Tigala, Horschel, Connors, Griot, McNeely, Siwoo Kim. Nobody wants to play him. People are going to play Wise, Hoagie, Mito, or they're just going to find a way to get up here to Spieth and Tom Kim, right? So this whole $8,000 range, if you want to make your lineup different, you want to get some real leverage, this is a great place to do it. Great. Outside, okay, I take that back. Shane Lowry's a little chalky, and so is Taylor Montgomery. So basically, Decky, Hatton, Bradley, Tigala, that range is what I'm talking about. Some other guys that play really well in tough conditions. How about Tommy Fleetwood? I mean, that's what I like to think. Tommy Fleetwood at long, hard courses, right? He won't make a putt, but he'll be one over, and you'll be pretty happy with that. Jason Day. Does Jason Day not suck again? Like, what is life? Because Jason Day has been ball striking really well for a really long time. And, he could ever just not putt like an asshole. I think Jason Day's a real play here, and I am not a Jason Day truther. Let's see. Some other guys. Ricky Fowler plays long, hard course as well, and I'm pretty sure he just did pretty well at the Zozo. Maybe he has a pulse again. I don't think I'm ready to go there. Russell Henley? No one wants to play Russell Henley because he's, doesn't have electric irons? I mean, okay. I think he might be a little short for this course. Bez is a short, probably too short for this course, but you got to be thinking he plays long, tough course as well, and he's a grinder. And on courses like this, I love me a fucking grinder. Just somebody that'll go out there and just fight for every shot. That's the one thing. I'm not playing Brian Harmon this week, but I'll say this. That little hobbit's a grinder. He will fight to the end. I'll give him credit. I'll give that, you know what? He'll take down Mordor and he'll grind. That's the two things he'll do. Matt Kuchar, another guy that plays long, hard course as well, even though he's short. Davis Riley is too talented to be at this price. There's just no, if you just look at talent, Davis Riley is more talented than every single golfer down here. I'll die on that hill. Fight me if you want to. Just know I'm a big man. Harris English. I thought that was my sneaky play. Ooh, I'm going to play Harris English. Nobody will see him coming. I have him as the chalkiest guy in the 6Ks, the highest owned guy in the 6K. So if you want to go play old rope hat at 4 times the ownership of everybody else, you go right on ahead, Bob. Gary Woodland, I want to believe, but he's hurt me so many times that I don't know if I can go back to him again. So the jury's still out on Gary Woodland. Brennan Todd, Troy Merritt, these guys are too short for this course. No one's too short for this course if they're letting Brian Harmon play. Oh! Okay. So, and then here's a favor. If you can't pronounce their names, don't play them. Okay, if you don't know his name is Young-soo Kim, don't play him. Don't play him. Like, you don't need to get cute this week. This isn't Japan where they got like the home cooking advantage, right? These guys are just here because of like their Asian tour status. That's it. Don't play him. Don't play him. You're welcome. Danny Willett is a good one. Danny. We all think Danny Willett is the grinder, but if he's gonna be chalky, I'll go play Lukey Gloves. All right, I think that's the model. That was some sleepers. That was some pivots. There were some guys for you to consider. If you want more, I make specific videos for the friggin' Discord. Let's get to the drawing, you motherfathers. Here we go. This is to win a $20 ticket with me tonight for tomorrow's tournament, which we better hurry because I think the damn thing's about to fill. Jamesburg. That's like a battle in the Civil War. The Battle of Jamesburg. All right, James, hit me up, brother. Or is that Jaime? Jaime's. I don't know. I don't speak the English. All right, there you go. That's our winner. $20 ticket on me. We're going to make it tonight. Send me a DM or something. Reach out to the editor. Get a hold of me. I can't track you down, man. I still got to make my own lineups, you motherfather. Last thing. Oh, yeah, we got to do the drawing. Hey, let's see. What is the counter at? What's the... Oh, $21. So this is for a free $21 contest versus me. Whoever wins this drawing right here from the chat right now, you're going to play me head-to-head tonight for the tournament this week for the CJ Cup. Your lineup versus my lineup right here. I got it up on the screen. You can see it right here. And if you beat me, I'll PayPal you $21. PayPal you $21 just because I said fuck too many times. Damn it, now it's 22. All right, so now I'll pay you $22, okay? So, let's get to it. Let's get our winner in there. Exclamation point, winner. Boom, let's see who it is. This person. Oh, and by the way, if this person doesn't win, I still haven't decided this part yet. If they don't win, what happens to the money? Does it roll over? I don't know yet. AKA Hollywood. I know that guy. All right. AKA Hollywood, it's me and you in a death match, you motherfather. Reach out to me. Let's do it tonight. Set up this match. Me versus you. $22 on the line. If he beats me, I'll send him $22. If I beat him, I'll probably roll. I haven't decided yet. I might roll it all over. I don't know. As much as I say the F word, it could get carried away quickly. I don't know if I want to be playing for $500 giveaways every week. So we'll probably roll over. Maybe we'll roll over $5 if they don't beat me, or half of it. I don't know. I'm just making shit up as we go. Lastly, check out the new schedule, guys. The big guy has been getting worn down. So the Tuesday NFL preview I do is off the chart, and so is the Sunday stream because, Jesus, by Sunday afternoon, the big guy just wants to lay down and die. So there's the new schedule, right? You can see the emergency stream will never go anywhere, nor will the showdown hoedown. I do, and I'll even start doing round 1 and round 2 showdown whenever I see an edge, but that's probably only for the Discord if I'm being real. All right, let's get over here. Hey, Smidge, what's up, brother? All right, I'm going to go answer questions now, and then we're getting the F out of here. Wow, look at this. Short show tonight, 7:34. Let's see. Did you see? Hey, Smidge, did you see the old F counter? All right, let's see. I'm excited for this loaded field. Hey, Delb, me too, brother. Oh, he has the thing. My editor forgot to move the question thing to the middle. I wonder if he can hop on here real quick and fix it while I'm answering questions. Editor, get on here. All right. Bill says, let's go. Can't wait to set some lineups and win some cash. You know what? I wasn't going to play much this week, Bill, but I feel like this happens to me every Wednesday night. But now that I kind of see this weather edge that I want to play, and it's kind of helped me narrow down my pool of players, I went and threw 100 lineups in the big $5 before it filled. So there's that. So I am playing more. I was just going to do the one lineup and put it in everything, but I said, hey, now that I got an edge, let's go throw 100 in the $5. Okay, moving on. If I don't see a question mark, I'm not answering. Aaron Favre, this counter continues across all videos and sports. Not a chance, Aaron. I'm not that rich. Okay. Jordan Thompson, I would think that skipping the 10K range and the balance build is fairly unique this week. Are you sacrificing too much by doing that? Man, Jordan, what a great question, brother. To answer your question, if I were to avoid the 10K range, am I giving up too much essentially win equity, right? If you don't know, win equity is the percentage of how much the guys in your lineup, their percentage to win the tournament, right? You want that number to preferably be close to like 20%, right? If you add up the win equity of all 6 of your players, it'd be great if you get that number up to 20%. So if you fade Rory, he's probably about 10% to win this tournament. Rahm's probably around 10%. Scheffler and Thomas are still probably around 9%. So right there, that's already, 38% of the win equity of this field is just tied up in those 4 guys. So basically, when you skip those guys, you're giving up tons and tons and tons of win equity. So then where do you go from there? I would say if your first guy in your lineup is going to be somebody like a Sung J M, I don't think Sung J M has very good win equity. I especially in this spot, I don't love his win equity. Matthew Fitzpatrick, notoriously, is very good, but doesn't have a ton of win equity. Sam Burns has great win equity. Victor Hovland does not have great win equity. You have to look at what their odds are, and historically, do they win, right? So if you started a lineup and you wanted to go, Fitzpatrick and then get Homa in there and Morikawa and Kim and Spieth and guys like that have a proven track record of getting wins that far exceed their odds, then yeah, I like it. I like it. To be real, I don't think I'll make a single lineup without one of those guys, but I'm also a pussy. Okay. Do you like Homa this week? Bill, I do. And especially I like ball strikers at tough courses, and that's what Max Homa does. But, man, 19%, I'm going to do my final ownership right after the stream. If he's really 19%, I'm going to have to ask myself some tough questions because I don't know if I love Max Homa as the 3rd highest owned guy this week. I just don't know if I do, Bob. All right. Asaqua. Is Morikawa going to be more lost playing his golf ball, or when Kiz and Billy Ho start talking college football in that group? Yeah, Morikawa is from Cal Berkeley. They're like, let's football. Yeah, he's gonna talk about an awkward group, right? Couple good old Southern boys and Morikawa, who's like a West Coast little delicate sunflower. Alex Smith, what's up, motherfather? What's up to you? You playing 30% Rory? Nick, if I play Rory, I will play him at least 60% because I do the 2x rule, even on a fucking loser like Rory. All right. Should I be taking Ricky Fowler serious? Jason, I think it is time. I kept saying on Ricky, I needed to see it. And I saw it last week. I mean, he played well. Now, I will be the first to tell you, Ricky Fowler could go blow up. But at least he showed that when he has his A game, he can still peak. There for a while, it seemed like even when he had his A game, T37 was as good as he could do. At least now he's got a T2 in him, Jason. All right. The F counter idea was brilliant. Thanks, Bill. Had a couple people give me input on that. I'm always up for ideas, guys. I know a lot about DFS. I know a lot about gambling. I don't know shit about streaming or any of this stuff. I just made it up because I was bored back in May. Okay, Alex Smith, what's up, brother? What up, my brother? All right, let's see. Looking for questions. Brant might be at the course. Brant, if you go to the course, only 90 minutes away, give me some boots on the ground knowledge. Let me know what you're seeing so we can get a big edge on round 4 when they put out a $25 contest with $10,000 in the entire prize pool because DraftKings hates me. Jeffrey said, okay, he's talking to Nick. Nobody cares. All right. Matt Smith, would you advise against 100% hoagie or am I a dumb donkey? No, I mean, in a no-cut event, if you really have a strong feeling, this is the week to do it, right? Because even if Hoagie goes out and does terrible one of the first 2 rounds, normally you would already be dead for the week, right? Because he's going to miss the cut. You can't recover from a horrible round when you only got 36 holes to make the cut. But if Tom Hoagie goes out and shits the bed on Thursday, he still has 54 holes to try to rescue this. So I actually like going 100% on guys. On no-cut events. I remember I've done it twice with Justin Thomas, went 100%, and he won both of them. So maybe that's why I'm so warm to it. Okay, can we get a Canadian sound for the Canadians? Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I can get Tambo to come on and just say, hey. You think? I bet he would do that for me. Just a, hey, everybody, I'm sorry. It's SAR, not sorry. Every time they say it's triggering for me. Okay. Jeffrey says, what do you think about Fitzpatrick this week? Homa's taking all that ownership in that range. Fitz seems to be the better fit. I see what you did. The better Fitz. Okay, I agree. If I had to choose between Fitz and Homa, I would definitely take Fitz. If you say you got to choose between them and Homa's twice the ownership as Fitz, then I roll over laughing and I play Fitz every time. Pretty simple. Except if he doesn't fit my win narrative. Ooh, a weather narrative from the big guy. All right. I know you're usually against it, but would you leave a little bit more salary on the table this week? Yes, I would. Especially because, like, the low 6K, the punts this week, like Danny Willett, Lucas Glover, Gary Woodland. I mean, these are even Harris English. Like, you could put one of these guys in your lineup, and it gives you so much flexibility. So to leave 700, 800, 900, 1,000 on the table this week, really wouldn't be the craziest thing, especially if you get 6 guys in there you like. If you're just leaving money on the table, just to leave money on the table, I think that's a donkey dick thing to do. But if you have a player pool that you like and 6 of those guys fit in a lineup and you have 900 left over, so be it, brother. So be it. Who is your favorite 10K and above play? Scheffler. I mean, wait, Bill. All things being equal, Rory. All things being equal, Rory. But when you factor in things like Scotty Scheffler's cheaper, Scotty Scheffler's going to be lower owned, I'll take Scotty. How different will it be starting a lineup in the 9Ks? Well, seeing there's only 4 guys above 10K, I don't think it'll be super contrarian, but I bet it would be less than 10% of all lineups would start that way. So, I mean, right there, you're boxing out 90% of the field if those top 4 guys kind of don't do anything. They just all spin their wheels. Well, I say that. You would need your 9K guys to kind of hit, right, to outproduce them. Because if all those top guys do bad and your 9K guys do bad, well, then that doesn't really mean anything, right? Because that's where everybody's big chunk of their salary that's getting spent isn't producing, so it's going to negatively affect all of you. All right, Matt Smith, what's your stance on 2 expensive donkey chalk and 4 slapdick build? I like it. I mean, yeah. Look, if you want to play Rory, I get it. I think a Rory Rahm start is really appealing this week because you can go hop down here and go grab. I mean, I'm telling you, there's 5 or 6 options down here in the low 6 range that, like, I don't really mind. I kind of even like. You go toss 2 of those guys in a lineup, you're going to find yourself with like 7,500 for your last 2 spots. Like, it really opens a lot of money when you put 2 slapdicks in there. And if you're really ballsy and you want to play 3 slapdicks, I bet you could probably get back up to the 8,000s for that last spot, which is crazy to have Rahm and Rory and an $8,000 guy in a lineup. If you start a build with Scotty and JT and fill it with low-cost ball striking SOBs, different in GPPs, yes, that would be different. I think that's the big pivot up top is if you start Scheffler and Thomas. Some people will get cute and play one of these guys. I don't think anybody's going to stack them together. So that's a great way to be different because these are the 2 lower-owned guys over 10K, and then you're going to put them together. I would bet less than 2% of lineups start Scheffler Thomas. That's going to be a very, very different build. Seabez on Bermuda Greens. Let's go check him out. I don't want to lie to you, brother. Seabez is a monster on Bermuda Greens, and he ain't scared of a long course, and he likes firm and fast courses. I'm a Bez whore. Like long, hard courses, like anytime there's like a U.S. Open or a PGA Championship where it's playing long and hard, I'll play Bez. Play them all the time. Putnam is number 1 in my model above Rory and Scotty. Is this true insanity? I would love to see the inputs on that, Jeffrey. he must have like put in like what strokes gained. Putnam's mom's opinion was that like 95% or something. I don't get how he could be number 1. AKA Hollywood. Sorry, I'm late again. Don't find me. That's ironic that you would leave that message and then win my drawing, you motherfather. But go, hey, you got here just in time. Wait, he came in and scallywagged it from all of you guys. Look at this guy. Is it not typical for Sungjae to play many events in a row? I feel like Sungjae always plays a ton of events. That's been true in the past, Travis, but a lot of those events were all stateside. I think it's a little bit different when you're going Las Vegas to Japan to nowhere, South Carolina. I think that's a thing. Maybe I'm overvaluing it, but I played that narrative last week, and I swear to God, it did me pretty well. Now you factor in I get another week of around the world traveling. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball. All right, let's see here. Michael, are you spooked by the Zozo jet lag? Wow, I literally just answered that, Michael. Yes, I am. Well, if it was just one way, right? They're just coming from Japan. Japan was the first week they played in a while, and now they're coming to South Carolina. I'm not as concerned. But if they went Shriners to Zozo, back to this one, yeah, I'm definitely worried about that. Damn. All right. Sound effects, who is this guy? Mike Brown. I'm a guy trying to take over the internets. That's who I am, motherfather. Smidge, I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. I just can't believe your old ass is up, Grandpa. Good work, my brother. You making some lineups. I got you excited about golf, didn't I? I need to show up next time. Congrats. John, you're great. You're a great guy, my dude. My first time watcher, but I've seen a lot on Twitter. That being said, opinions on Cam Young and Tigala. Man, I love Cam Young fit at this course. Bombs it off the tee. I think I just keep thinking of the PGA Championship where he played that long, hard course so well. But only thing that concerns me is he is coming over from Japan and he didn't play well. And we don't have a lot of history to see. How does Cam Young, when he's not playing well, does he just snap out of it magically, or is he one of those trend type guys, right? Like the last time he kind of sucked was the Memorial, and then he turned around and missed the cut at the U.S. Open, and then the Scottish Open, right? And it seems like when he gets on these heaters, you can see it coming, right? Like he plays well in these streaks, right? And so it seems like to me, it seems to be trending the wrong way. That would be the only thing. That would be my biggest concern. Tigala, I always play Tigala. I think Tigala is a true up-and-coming superstar. I just don't know if we have enough track record to know if he's good at long, hard courses yet. And by the way, thanks for being here. New guy. Glad to have you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, brother. Head-to-head, let's go. You're going down, Hollywood. Also known as Hollywood. Yo, Travis, I'm usually on the Discord shows for NFL. That's right. Me and the old John Galt, we do plenty of videos. We got to do one tomorrow for. Oh shit! I just remembered. I got to record Thursday Night Football tonight. Damn it! There's never enough time. Okay. Eli Mitchell. Wait, Eli Mitchell from the 49ers? What's up, brother? Should I not play Bihar as well? Love showing me. LOL. Love the show. He's in my pool. All right. So Brian Harmon. Whenever I was looking at him, he just tended to come up a little short in some of the. Some of the stats. That was so obvious. That was bad. That was a donkey joke. Okay. I'm not playing him, but I will tell you, of all the short hitters, him and Kuchar are the two that I could stomach. Eli. All right. Any love for Lee Hodges? Eli, I heard some other people talking him up, and as soon as I hear big names in the industry talk somebody up, I am out. Because if you don't know, in the swing season more than any time of the year, the big names in the industry push ownership. They really do. And so just one big name saying his name is enough to push it. And I just feel like he'll get more ownership than he needs. If he doesn't end up getting the ownership, yeah, I think he's a fine play. I don't love that he's coming back from the Japan. We're talking about FanDuel strategy. What do you want to know, Zach? Here's the FanDuel strategy. Go look at my ownership, Zach. Whoever's the highest owned on there, go take that and multiply it by infinity, and that will be what they are over on FanDuel. There you go. Go over to FanDuel and do me this favor. Don't play Rory, don't play Homa, and don't play Rahm. And that right there, if those three guys shit the bed this week, you will have legit 80% of the field blocked out. Now, what are the chances of all three of those guys shitting the bed? Not great, Bob. But really, if just two of them shit the bed, you're probably okay, right? But if all three of them shit the bed, you're going to be printing money. That was what I learned a long time ago at FanDuel, and that's what kind of sparked my career in doing the golf, is I just started really playing the ownership game over there. The only reason I ditched FanDuel like a dirty whore is because DraftKings gives me a lot more cool free shit. They have better contests, and I make more money. That's probably it. But FanDuel's a softer game, and it ain't even close. Do you still leave me money on the table in single entry contest? Julian, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of I just always spend my money, because here's what happens. I get done and I have $500 left over, right? And I look and I'm like, the last guy that I put in my lineup, which, the sixth guy you click on is always the one you like the least, right? And that last guy I clicked on is whoever. Let's just say the last guy I clicked on was Taylor Montgomery, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'll play Taylor Montgomery. But I'm like, wait, I got $500 left. I could go play Decky. This is Decky, man. He won the Masters. I'm talking about Decky. He plays long, hard course as well. Decky. He's used to flying over from Japan. Decky. It's Decky, man. And that's what I always do. And then I always end up spending my money. That's what I always do. S.H. Kim thoughts? I like him. I do. I'm in. I'm not sure where he falls on my little weather edge I'm playing, but if he falls in the right window, I'm definitely playing some S.H. Kim. Matter of fact, don't talk about him. Shh. Kim. Okay. Mr. Mackey's soundbite for Chalk. I like that. I like that. So we have Donkey Chalk and Chalk. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, Brant. Even Travis agrees with that. Any love for we just literally ordered today one of those little push button things, so I don't have to keep using my keyboard where I'll just have a little push button thing. So the sound effects are I'm gonna be like one of those DJ hosts on the radio. Weenie and the dog. That's I believe that's a Family Guy reference. Any love for Christian Kirk at the 6K punt? Yes. I like Christian Kirk a lot. There's the answer. You want the really long answer? Yes. All right, Zach, I haven't heard anyone talk about Billy Ho this week. Any feelings about him? Billy Ho can play. I agree that I have heard nobody talk about him. I will tell you, he is in that forgotten about ownership, and Billy Ho can play a long, hard course well. He can. He's he's a really good Bermuda putter. He's very good around the greens. He plays long, hard course as well. He likes a firm and fast course. I think Billy Ho's sneaky as fuck. All right. I can't help myself but play a little Glover. I think I think Glover's a really good play down there, brother. I really do. I do. I mean, he might be terrible this week, but when I think of a guy who's good off the tee and a guy who can smash the hell out of some long irons, I think of Lukey Gloves. I also think of, his wife beating him up. I also think about that. All right. Does Big Fat Sep have any win equity? I would say Sep Straka is one of those guys with huge win equity. Fat joke intended. Yeah, Sep's one of those guys that when he's in contention, the motherfather gets it done. I would say Sep's win equity of probably the highest of any guy in the 7Ks, to be honest. He's probably something like 3 or 4% win equity, which is insane for a guy in the 7Ks. Yeah, Bill, I already told you the FanDuel strategy. Go avoid whoever's chalky at DraftKings. Go look at my ownership. Go apply those to FanDuel and then just fade the hell out of those guys. And 3 times a year, you're going to print money over there. Nick, who's the one guy you're playing? Oh, there it is. This is why I keep the big Nick around. He reminds me. The one guy I am definitely playing this week is Scotty Scheffler. And the one guy I'm definitely not playing because he is the donkey dick chalk of the world. He is Aaron Wise Donkey Chalk. Not playing him. There you go. All right, guys. I just remembered that I still got to go make a Thursday Night Football. I still got to go do my final ownership and a video, and I got to make my own lineups, and I got to go compete against AK Hollywood. I just realized something. I bit off more than I could chew tonight. So the big guy, I think he's got to skedaddle out of here. I appreciate you guys coming by. Don't forget the new schedule. Don't forget to come check out the Discord. Don't forget I changed some shit. I hope you've enjoyed this show. I hope you enjoyed all the sound effects. Even if you didn't, they ain't fucking going anywhere. So deal with it. All right. We will talk to you later, you motherfathers.